Hey, good people, Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Jobu Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. Hope everybody's had a great weekend thus far. Shout out to JMU Dukes. Shout out to the JMU Dukes. Oh my God, JMU just got in with the big boys last year, and JMU beat. This is what's interesting about JMU. JMU in 1983 played against UVA, and Gary Clark had 3 touchdowns, receiving, punt return, and kick return, and the JMU Dukes won 21-17. And UVA said, we're done playing you guys, because JMU at that time was Division 1A. Okay, you don't lose as a Division 1A. I know it's not that anymore, but that's what it was back in my day. JMU moved up to the big boys last year and made a bowl game, which was something that you couldn't do the first year that you are in Division 1A football. But because there weren't enough teams that qualified, they ended up saying, well, we got to give one to JMU. So they were in a bowl game last year. So here's where it's cool. University of North Carolina, the Tar Heels, they're 3-0. They had an agreement, of course, to play against JMU, okay, where JMU actually got paid $500,000 for that game. And this was set up years ago, okay? Basically, what that was set up to be is JMU is fresh meat for the University of North Carolina. It was a smaller school. You come in, you get your ass handed to you. Here's your check. And you get to go about your business, okay? You take your lumps, you make us look good, help pumping up our statistics and our record. Well, JMU had none of that. JMU was up, scored a record 54 points in the first half, ending up winning 70-50. They put up a freaking 70 burger, and is undefeated. You may see JMU back in the top 20 again, which is amazing. Shout out to the JMU Dukes, whoa, who are becoming a powerhouse, okay? Let me say that again. JMU is becoming a powerhouse, okay? Be that as it may, we have to wait till tomorrow to find out what's what and who's who. We have a big day, actually 2 days for the NFC East, okay? Right now we've got the Eagles, the Commanders, and the Eagles, Commanders, and Cowboys, all at 1-1, and taking up the rear, not taking it up the rear, pause, taking up the rear, the New York stinking Giants that are 0-2. They play the Cleveland Browns. I think that that's definitely going to be a loss for them. And we've got the Eagles going to New Orleans, where New Orleans is a little bit banged up. But it's hard to play in New Orleans. And the Eagles have not had much luck there. And I hope that New Orleans, I sent a message to John Ridgway. John, kick their teeth in. Sack Jalen Hurts, okay? DeMario, beat them down. We've got our Cowboys going against a now desperate Baltimore Ravens team that has top offense in football, and their defense is leaving a bit to be desired, much like ours. And we have the Commanders with the left hand up going against the surprising 0-2 Cincinnati Bengals. And mind you, I want to say Washington's quarterback has yet to throw a touchdown pass. I think he's the only team that has it, but I could be wrong on it, but I think that's what it is. So we have all of those things flying together. Now here's the real storyline right here. You have Lamar Jackson, 2-time NFL MVP, going against Dak Prescott, runner-up MVP. I'm sure I'm going to hear a lot of flack from this, But I think Dak Prescott was robbed. Lamar Jackson, the first time he won it, clearly he was better than everybody else. But last year, his numbers weren't quite that great. He didn't have the passing touchdowns that he had before. He was great, of course, at running, and so on. And I think that Dak Prescott actually deserved it more. And, you could go ahead and say, well, you're just a Cowboy fan. You're delusional and everything else. And Dak is whack. And Dak is the turnover machine and stuff. And I will say, people, don't be that guy. Don't be that guy. Jalen Hurts has had more turnovers since the beginning of last year than anybody else. Dak Prescott had 1 year where he turned over the ball quite a bit, and he had a broken thumb. Clearly, that may have had something to do with it. He is one of the most turnover-prone one of the least turnover-prone quarterbacks in the history of the NFL. Look it up. So we've got Lamar versus Dak. Lamar Jackson has owned the NFC, I think only having lost one game to the NFC. I believe that statistic I saw. Dak Prescott, after a loss, I want to say is like 28-2. So clearly something's got to give here. And this is a chance for Dak Prescott to make a statement going against Lamar Jackson. The interesting thing is Lamar Jackson's playoff record, 2-4. Dak Prescott, 2-5. Not much different. If you asked me, and you probably didn't, what the Cowboys need to do in this game, flat out, is they need to score early and often. The best thing you can do is try and make the Baltimore Ravens one-dimensional and make them get out of just running the football. Make them have to pass and play catch-up. They are not a catch-up type of a team. In the same way, the Dallas Cowboys are not a run-stopping team. The best thing that can happen is for Dak Prescott and the offense to help the defense by making Baltimore one-dimensional, and the best way to do that is to score a lot of points. And I hope and pray that's what happens. This game is huge for the rest of the season. If you can get a win here and get some momentum, knowing that you have to go to New York on Thursday night, a short week, you will feel better about yourself. And you have the opportunity to take a step in the right direction of being a team that belongs in the playoffs. I always say you have 17 opportunities to prove that you belong as one of those guys that are challenging for a Super Bowl. And tomorrow is the third test. We failed the test the week before. Let's see if we can get a passing grade tomorrow. And that's all I have to say about that. So I got all my stuff here for tomorrow. Get ready for the game day subs. Can't wait. I always love having people here. And love being able to live stream and hang out with you guys and watch football. And I can't believe it's already week number 3 in the NFL season. It's amazing how fast time goes by. To think, wow, I think it was 39 years ago I was playing football at JMU. Damn. And I can remember the smell of the locker room. I can remember sitting out in front of the stadium before practice as all of the ladies would walk from Eagle Hall going up to the Bluestone for classes. Yep. Time flies. And that's why you got to make the most of it, good people. Remember, Tell the people you love how much you love them. You might not get the chance again. And I love you guys. And as always, I appreciate you and thank you. How about the JMU Dukes? Damn! A 70 burger on UNC. Peace.